Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Stellaris, where in the previous episode the Hisma Horde kept on expanding, and as you can see we've got a fairly decent bit of territory here. We've got our main sector in the centre, followed by these two sort of outlying bits on the left and right. We have a total of 3 planets. Our administrative capacity is 17, we're only on 84 of that, so there's only a small negative for going over that, so that's okay. But to be fair, we will be hitting shortly another tradition, so we'll probably complete expansion, and then we'll be able to get another ascension perk, which will be Imperial Prerogative probably, which is increased administrative capacity to plus 30, so that's quite good. We have not yet bumped into anyone, although, well, it's about due. We're about probably hit someone around here, probably around here as well, and maybe even around this area here, but we'll have to see how we get on. We have science ships expanding and looking around and doing some exploration. We do also have a bit of a problem, which is, you can see that we've got this on fully automated here, 1, 2, and then 3. However, this one has got stability of 36, so we've got minus 14% resources from jobs, and this one is even worse, which is minus, oh no, so it's actually slightly a little bit better, but it's still minus 11 resources from jobs there because of overcrowding and lack of amenities, because this is not building anything, because as you can see it's still got some jobs. So what I'm going to do is override that and just build some of these hive districts, which should give us, or gives us extra housing but not amenities. So we could probably go ahead and build probably build some of those anyway. Hive districts will be fine, and then most places do have this maintenance depot, which allows you to build some amenities. So we'll go for maintenance depots for each of these, and then we will crack on. This is something that has been, I think, tweaked in the latest patch, but I don't know if it applies to this save, but also I know they continue to work on it. I'm guessing that there'll be some issues when it comes to, like, well, we are playing after all a Devouring Swarm, so the Gestal consciousness is slightly different from the other stuff, so I'm sure there's going to be balances and tweaks and changes here and there. Anyway, we're going to put it up to fast speed, and we'll see how we get on. We do have, we've got the Iribot Keepers communicating with us. They are rogue servitors. Okay, so they are to our left, right, okay. So they send its regards, we send spray. So we have found the first person, well, the first AI really in here, and they are inferior in terms of fleet power and economic power, and equivalent to technology level. Here's a neat trick, little fungoids. When you're feeling blue, insert an certain extremity of your choice into the nearest energy socket, and it will tickle you ever so nicely. Try it out, it's refreshing. Right, so basically we are the other side of the same coin really, aren't we? Because they want to wipe out all biological life. Having come to the conclusion that organic leadership is fraught with chaos and self-destructive tendencies, served as a machine intelligence focused on ensuring organic life live a safe and comfortable existence, even if that means co-opting their civilization. And ours is to basically wipe out almost everything. So we can, if we want to, attack these straight away and declare war. You can see that we have just absorption, and they have an unknown war goal, which is wipe out. So we could do that. Currently, we haven't reinforced our fleet. You can see it's on 1.1, and they are quite a ways away, and we don't have anywhere to... I don't think we have anywhere to we have the way to bombard their planet, but we don't have anywhere to invade it, so we'll probably have to work on that. Let's go over to our main world here, and we'll recruit some armies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to build some armies, and that will hopefully be able to go and attack them there. The problem is that they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps away from our nearest sector. This way is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's about the same. But we do need to probably go ahead and, I think, keep on expanding. We're going to expand to there, because then we'll be able to take all of this. We also do have 4K vessels there, which we'll probably be able to take out at some point. Scans indicate the presence of a form alien-made object. We'll research that. We've got some technology now acquired here. We've got Starhold, we've got Ceramo Metal Armor. I mean, that's quite good, living metal, but I think we'll go for Ceramo Metal Armor because we currently are a little bit down on that regard. Excuse me, I've still got this throat thing. Although 1 times cure is in progress, so hopefully that should be sorted at some point. By the way, today's beverage is a nice cup of coffee. We now have another archaeological site done. Hole in the ground. The excavation finally reached the bottom of the crater, where they found an ancient drilling machine of colossal proportions slumbering in the dark. Further study of it revealed that it's carried a tremendous fusion bomb set for remote detonation. Okay. The going theory is that the drilling machine was supposed to dig itself down to the planet's core and then detonate its payload, which would result in a catastrophic shattering of the entire world. Why anyone would want to do this remains unclear. Curious, and that gives us 100 morts, and that is it. That is the end of the creeping doom there. Bit of a shame. Would be nice to see what was going on there. Anyway, we're going to go for automatic exploration on that one, and they will crack on. For this place here, we will probably go for maybe some shipyards. Yeah, probably. The USS Ogle has received an elongated metal box from the surface of it. Olfactory study. It's the little snuff box, I think, that you can get. We will research the project in the system. Okay, probably won't take too long, and then we'll continue on expanding. It's indeed a document of sort. Oh, so it's not the snuff box. Historical records, some of the kind of codex for whatever culture left behind it, but they were disappointed. True nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of only fairly short narratives, which, due to the rapid changes in order towards the end of each sequence, intended for surprise, will be interpreted as comedic. Okay, yeah, so it is the smelly box.
Construction is complete. We have found an anomaly.
Precursor civilization artifact. We'll research that one. There was another one here as well from Grey Goo. Planetary body seems to be covered in some sort of greyish substance. We'll research that. For this ship here, the question is, do we want to continue expanding? So we could go down to, say, there and there, and then that gives us hold of this arm. The problem with that is... do we need to? Well, if we take over these, or we won't be taking them over actually, because all we'll be doing is disassembling the pops. Because I think we'll be wiping these out rather than taking them over. Although, it really depends on what worlds they have. Because obviously we are living on the frozen hellhole of an Arctic world. However, they have, from this area, they have, an Arctic world. That's good for me. And this next one is Savannah world. A little bit too warm. Ping, which is an ocean world. No, too wet. We like our water in frozen blocks. Arid, no, not much water there at all. There's one here which is Gaia World. Okay, it is Gaia World by all accounts. That's very interesting. How have they managed a Gaia World? Fair enough. So we could take that over. Okay, we will continue our expansion then. We're going to move them to there. We currently don't have enough alloys, so what I will do is go ahead and purchase several of them because we can afford to do that. I'm going to sell loads of our other stuff, and we'll do that. That's now going to be upgraded, and now they should have the ability to go there. These ones do have the ability to build, but I don't think I need them just yet, although perhaps solar panel network capacity overload plus 20%. Don't think we need that. Grey Goo. So after detailed analysis, Officer Glumpus has discovered that the strange metallic substance coating the surface is billions upon billions of nanites. Okay, excellent. That gives us assembly patterns there. And we've also got an ancient precursor civilization again. So we're expanding on this side. What I might do, these are two precursor stuff there. So how far are we on the precursor stuff? The Cybrex, we're on 3 of 6, but we're researching 2 of them already. So that's going to take us very close to being completed.
Our construction is complete.
That's now complete. We'll continue going there. In terms of our archaeology, there's not much to be done now because everything is outside our territory.
Technology conceived.
There is naval capacity plus 30. That's pretty good. We can go for fleet command limit. We can go space battle simulators, which is ships starting experience on Starbase, and also naval logistics office, which is plus 2 naval capacity. We're going to go for fleet command limit plus 20, and we'll check to see what we can do in terms of increasing this. We can't because we're actually at max strength on that one anyway. I am going to say reinforce the fleet because why not? Looks like we've bumped into somebody else, but it's not going to be well, we're not going to talk to them. We're not going to spend valuable time trying to research their language. They'll contact us eventually, to their detriment, in fact. Broken remains of 2 Cyberx warfarms have been discovered on Kiosk 3, which is there. So interesting. Issues a thing we can do. So we'll research that anomaly. I don't know why it doesn't automatically do it. You have to do it like that, but hey ho, not a big problem. Stability is increased on these 2 worlds now. As soon as we built the extra hive district and the maintenance depots, that sorted this right out. So I think, yeah, the automation stuff, it does work, but it is definitely a first pass on that one. Because otherwise, that would mean that stability would go really into the negatives before touching that. In fact, what would probably happen is as soon as the jobs hit 0, it would probably build the right thing anyway, but it's just needs to be a sort of override. From our main world here, is anything that we can build? I think, yeah, mineral purification plants is brilliant because it increases our miners' output, and to be fair, we've got a lot of mines there anyway, so we are going to set that on the go. We've got hydroponic farms, which is gives us more food. We don't need that, and we don't need, well, we need food, but we don't need, because we're getting plus 63, we don't need any extra. Sentinel posts is defense, we don't need strongholds. Hive Warren is not great, and to be fair, energy grid is good because that is energy grid credits from technicians up by 15%. So yeah, that's fine. So that will have the processing facilities, we'll have the mineral purification plants and energy grids. So that's 15% on each of those jobs. So that's definitely worth it. So we'll get that on the go there. Right, so that's fine. We are having a little explore up there. We've got an explore going on there. We have 2 of these we've got an artisan troop there, and we've got an artisan troop there. There is an underground cavern. We'll research that one. Studying the wreckage of the 2 Cyberx warfarms, we conclude that we're most likely destroyed while fighting each other. Explains the lack of non-Cyberx debris. So that'll give us some minor artifacts and +1 Cyberx as well, which is good. We will survey the rest of the system. They've now finished over here, and what I'm going to do is send probably this scientist around this way as well to see what is in and around here. We have now finally got the last bit of tradition there for the expansion, so that gives us a starbase upkeep reduced by 20%, and we have another ascension perk. So we got all different types of stuff. Enigmatic engineering is one of my favourites because it's sensor range +2. That in itself is pretty good, and also ship hyperlane detection range 4. So yeah. It means that when we have ships coming towards us, we can see them a lot faster. And also, our technology and engineering is too arcane for us to reverse engineer. Well, we are bioorganic, I guess. We don't want raiding, we don't want that, we don't want starbase capacity. Technological ascendancy is good, but we're not really focusing too much on that. Mastery of nature, yeah, it's not too bad. Imperial prerogative is really good, +30, but what we're on 92, so we're only a little bit over, and we are continuing to expand. I think we're going to go with enigmatic engineering, just so we can see further into their territory. Oh, and there you go, straight away it popped up with 2 things saying, okay then. Right, so I believe that is all kinds of bad. I believe that is the Marauder Empire that we have literally just found right next to our world. Brilliant! It's exactly what we wanted. That comment might be disingenuous. Rethian free traders have contacted us. Ruthless capitalists. Oh, that's interesting. Xenophile, militarist, and spiritualist. We sense prey, and they are up north. Oh, actually got quite a big bit of territory there. Alright, okay. Well, once I take that and that, it means this entire arm is pretty much mine, because well, these can go that way if they want to, but no, they doesn't go that way, so it's actually not strictly all of ours, but it's probably something we're going to do. The problem is, in and around here, there's no worlds for us to take, so we might have to focus on, perhaps, and I do stress perhaps, going for...
Our construction is complete.
Maybe focusing on the... do we want to go for a habitat? I don't know. I haven't yet decided. Research is complete for engineering. We got Plasteel Armor 2, and we can get Plasteel Armor 3 now. Mining Station output by 10% is always good. Afterburners, not too bad, and it starts us along that path for propulsion. That's synthetic crystal plants. We don't want to synthesize them. Living metal, don't really need it, to be honest. I mean, it's really good, but I think we're going to go for Afterburners simply because it'll take almost no time at all. Survey the system down there, so I'm going to send them... Ah, well, I can't send them that way because there's alien vessels there, which is stopping us getting through there. So I'm going to automatic exploration that thing, and I'll wait for our ships here to be fully upgraded. And, oh, we found an abandoned gateway. Is it at the black hole? Yeah, it's an L gate as well. Okay, fine. I will completely ignore that. We now have FTL inhibition, which makes our starbases have these little magnets on them, which means you can't go out without wrecking them first. Okay, and let's go to new research, and we've got, yeah, dark matter still there. Research station output, we've got basic combat rules. Basic combat rules, I guess. A lot of our stuff now has been really focused on...
Our construction is complete.
It's actually been really focused on war stuff, which is alright. Recruitment of armies is now being completed, so if we go down to our armies, we can see that we don't have a leader, so we will recruit one. And there's army morale and damage. There's morale. There's morale. Well, we'll go for damage, although, to be fair, we don't have the energy, so we'll not bother. We don't need to recruit one now, to be fair. To be fair. Living Metal Lakes. Right, where's that at? There. It's Scorpio. Hang on. The Caravanneers have just had a chat with me. Right. Hi. Where was that living metal? It was there in Scorpio. It's well out of our way. There's a Gaia world there. Only size 15 though. A size 15 Gaia world? Not a holy world, so there's not going to be an ancient empire around there. That's interesting. This is now completed. That is... I think it's 4K. We're bumping into a lot of aliens here. That's 4K. We're only on 1.5, so there's no way we can defeat that. Still haven't met these here, but I'm pretty sure these are the Marauder Empires. I'd like to take that because that is Alpine World and Arid World, although the Alpine World is fairly garbage. It's only 10 size. So although we had a fairly decent start, most of what we've got around here now is sort of useless for us, which is a bit of a problem. So I think we'll have to go more aggression. Oh, okay. So, alien machine. Further scans suggest the machine is still operational, though its purpose remains entirely unclear. Science officer Oomp has never seen anything like it. Some of its materials look familiar, but most are strange and utterly alien as the design of its components. The machine is what appears to be a console with one item particularly standing out. A large crooked lever of unknown material. The mystery lever. We either pull the lever, Science officer Oomph pulls the strange lever, or take it apart. I'm going to pull the lever. Our scientists pulled the lever and the machine emitted a huge blast of energy that multiplied in shockwave, twisting and rippling through the void, tearing open a wormhole in Hydrum. Okay, after the reduced energy diffused the wormhole and the immediate area surrounding it settled to now appear to be stable enough for safe passage. As for a rating the side, the scientists are not sure. The machine itself has since returned to its inactive state and no longer gives us any anomalous readings. So we can say, how strange, take it apart, or intriguing, research the machine. And that will give us 7 science in the area, which is in our territory. Yes, so we'll do that. So that should give us 7, and we now... Oh, there's the wormhole.
Technology conceived.
Cool. Right. We have no idea. Unexplored. We've got wormhole there, and a gateway there. But that's not an L gate, is it? No, it's just a disabled gateway. Interesting. There's fleet command limit gone up, which is good. We're going to go for... none of these are great, actually. Leader lifespan's not too bad. We'll go for leader lifespan, why not? For our construction ship, that is now completed. We'll send it back there to build that outpost. For this construction ship, we will get it to build there. And we are slowly heading towards these guys. Yeah, Sol. I wonder how the humans are working out. What's this? The Nefri's Pride. Armed vessel discovered abandoned military spacecraft. The Zelven labs, or we have no need for such a weapon. Oh yeah, send a scientist. If it's a weapon, we're going to go for that. So it should be the Zelven labs go to, and we don't have anyone there because Well, we just don't because it's miles away. Those are still researching this thing there. Those are cracking on. That's another set of alien vessels, which are the shards. So we've got crystalline shards to the left on this corridor here. We've got we've got the marauding empire here. We have a autonomous defense grid here, and then a really, really I was going to say pissed off ruthless capitalists, but they're always annoyed because we are actually the bad guys. We're the baddies. We are the baddies. So okay, fair enough. So we need to go to the Zelvin labs there. What I'll do is I will track that on the map just so we can hopefully find that. Survey the system where? Where is survey the system? In here. So they've surveyed there. They are continuing to go around that way. They're probably... Nah, there's no way we can get around. Okay. Instead what I'll do then is... Do I want to build another science ship? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 science ships on the go, so perhaps not. Once this fella's finished, which is on 70%, we'll probably send them off. We're going to go over to ship designer. Actually, no, sorry, fleet manager, and we're just going to increase the size of our fleet there. Like so. Probably have a couple more corvettes in there. And, do we want more corvettes? No, probably more destroyers is better for us. There we go. And that means we now have a fairly big fleet, or potentially a fairly big fleet. At the moment, not so much. Amenities is -5 on our home world. It is +0 housing, or -0 technically there, and then everything's fine on this world, so there's no point in building much. We've already removed a lot of this stuff here. There's still the impassable mountains that we can't clear. And no, that's okay, that's fine. Alright, so that's now built, so we'll go for mining stations. 96 Empire Sprawl of 70, so you can see we've got a 26 increase in campaign, leadership, and upkeep cost for those things, so that's something of note. These star bases here, this one here and this one here, I'm very tempted I'm very tempted to downgrade this one, because it's sort of well out the way, and if we're going to upgrade anything, it'll be this thing. Yeah, I think we'll be upgrading that one at some point. We'll leave that one for now. We're currently on 3 of 6, so we'll go 3. Well, I guess we'll be 4. 5 there maybe, and then 6 up there. So, detailed analysis of the enormous metallic crystals dominating Landabar 6's landscape have defied all expectations. Scientist Officer Dorklaw is excited to reveal that these oversized crystals are in fact composed of trillions upon trillions of deactivated nanites. Good. L-Gate Insight. Oh no, why not? Don't give me the L-Gate Insights. Are we on for the L cluster? Oh, only 1 of 7. That's fine. This is acceptable. Okay, so we're going to sell some crystals, we're going to sell, some minerals, sell some food, and buy a lot of alloys. To be fair, we should probably go ahead and increase our alloy production. Here would be nice, but we don't have the people on it there. This one, I think we'll do it there. So we'll say alloy foundries, and we'll crack on building that. And we'll say you reinforce the fleet. Orbital speed demon. Attempts to scan an object high speed have been unsuccessful. It quickly falls below 47-11.F's horizon, and the ISS Urgel-Orgel's instruments are simply unable to keep up. We could try and slow it down, attempt to halt it, or get away from it. I'm just going to move out of harm's way and gain some experience. It's the solar flyer. We have other things on our mind. There is some afterburners, which means some more upgrades, probably. Yep, more upgrades for our fleet. And we're nowhere near living metal. We got the dark matter there. I think what we'll do is go for a starhold. The reason for that is it's getting more and more, I wouldn't say obvious, but it's getting more and more worrisome, because I'm looking around all of the worlds around an area, like around on our sort of frontier space around these borders, and there's nothing for us to take.
We have found an anomaly.
There's one over there, Gaia World, size 15. Couldn't care less. It's got dark matter deposit there, though, to be fair, which is alright. Apparently there's a gas giant. It's in fact not beneath a deceptive cover of thick dust. It is a planet. And what type of planet? It is not a Gaia world. Right, so that's now completed. We have that completed. Question is, do we want to continue on expanding? Probably not. There's basic combat roles done. I'm going to go straight for that one there. I should have really checked what the other ones are. Improved deflectors, that's pretty good. In fact, almost complete. Gravitic sensors is alright, as well as the listening post. The listening post is really good. However, that gives us exploit resource, volatile motes. Do we have any volatile motes in and around here? We got mote harvesting traps. Yeah, we're going to go for that one. I think it's the obvious choice. We could expand down this arm. To be fair, 6 energy, it'll probably be okay. We'll probably go that way. Actually, we'll go this way first, because then that's totally blocked them off. For that one, there's not much to do. We will go down. Actually, we'll go up to there. This scientist is still working on that. Almost complete though. 97, 98. White hell. Yeah, it's a frozen world. And unusual tectonics, most intriguing. That's elsewhere. So, ancient frozen remains of 1,000 aliens have been found on Chant 4, come from over a dozen different species. Roughly 600,000 years old, around the times of Cyberx. Machine consciousness ravages part of the galaxy. So, that should be now another, once we complete this one here, this organic remains, that should be another Cyberx thing to do. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. One more until we find, or potentially find, the Cyberx homeworld. There's Ancient Medical Complex, which is, oh good, it's to do with the same, it's the L-gate. It's all this nanite stuff. Right, +2. Ooh, +2 exotic gases is pretty good. See, this is brilliant from their point of view. Look, we've got exotic gases there, living metal there, Gaia world there. Good research on that one. That's a great little bit to gather. Sadly, it's miles away from where we need to be. We still haven't bumped into anybody else, mainly because we can't get past, which is a problem. So they're okay there. They are there, but we will go for another one of those. Oh, is that a science ship scanning away? It is. From whom? Ah, it's from the guys to the left. They will be kicked out eventually. We'll have to say upgrade fleet again, because when we upgraded the fleet it was to do with the afterburners, but now it's to do with the basic combat rules. There's leader lifespan plus 10 years. We have some climate blockers. We have extra civic slots, but it's 13,000 research. Planetary surfacing or leader pool size and leader cost reduction. Leader cost reduction is fine. 20% at this stage would be pretty good, considering we are now already quite over the top with it anyway. Detailed surface scans of Pelturi 7 have identified large impact crater containing wreckage of several ancient starships of unknown design, devoid of life support systems. Ah, the ships will control living metal. So we go over there. That's where that was. Fine. We've also found another archaeological site, a beautiful bauble, but we'll not read those because it's miles away. So that's fine. That one we'll say do that. How are you getting on with that one? You are still finishing that off.
Our construction is complete.
Yeah, still researching that.
We have found an anomaly.
Oh no, you're done.
Our construction is
In that
complete.
case then, please go there. Save that system. I could send them back over there actually, but we're not going to bother. We'll survey that system first to see what sort of size. Size 10 Alpine world. It's fairly garbage, but I also want to get close enough to bump into these so they can talk to us, just so we know exactly who they are. Over here we have the ability to build some more stuff. I think we're going to go for alloy foundries. It's just, we're needing more alloy foundries really. This one is on automation, and just double checking, we can see that yeah, we have 5k resource stockpile, so they should be okay there.
Our construction is complete.
There's some crystals somewhere. There's some more rare crystals.
Our construction is complete.
Can upgrade our ships again for only 10. Oh, I'm guessing they're ones that are already in the queue. Once again, we'll use this market. It's all internal stuff because obviously we don't have access to the. Actually, I don't think the galactic market has A, been established, and B, whether we can use it anywhere. Well, I know we can't use it. That's really not our lot in life as these fellas. I've just realised that guy there. Right. there's a robot there building, and it's building around there. But it's very, very, very close to this quiet dark, and it could probably build that and then head to there. I'm going to then get this guy to build and then send it down and around. I think that would be a better choice. Just to get it out the way. There's gas extraction wells, because I believe on here we do have, yes, the fuming bog. So this is a good thing to get. See what that's up to. Still building mining stations. I'm going to tell that to move. Leviathan down. Scans reveal that the corpse of the Alpheka 3's odd metal composition. The planet is the crash site of dozens of massive spaceships, longer than anything we could ever imagined. Starship Graveyard. Okay. So I've got the Zelven Labs. Anomalies. It's not a precursor, is it? No, it's not L cluster. We've got baubles there. I think there needs to be another tab, or just a drop down for all of the archaeological sites. Yeah, there's actually not a great amount of archaeological sites there. Another L gate. Insight gained. Brilliant. What's going on here, actually? Why is that in its own little sector there? Is there a minor empire there that's just popped up? Can't have been. There's no habitable worlds. That's moving to there, where they're moving to. Building mining station still. Okay, it's going back over. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Right, so those have moved there. We will say Starbase Outpost there. And we are now going to move our main fleet, as well as, I think, our invasion fleet. The reason for that is the Quiet Dark is going to be upgraded to a Starbase. And basically we'll go, I wouldn't say go on the attack, but, well, there might be a bit of that. Looks like they're building generator districts on here, which is quite good. That was construction complete there. That's fine. They're scanning down there. Finally.
Our construction is complete.
Right, we now have this Quiet Dark here. And a City of Bones over there. Okay, so probably worth taking that then, just to do that. City of Bones. Ruins of a primeval city built entirely of bones of an unknown origin have been found on the planet. Our archaeologists are eager to begin excavation of these grisly ruins. I bet Daniel Jackson didn't have that in his career. Why was that there? Was that stopped? Was that one of the things that I just disregarded and I've lost the sign ship? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One's there. One's there. One's there. One's there. Oh, we should research anomalies there for a start. And the one's over there. We need to get that scanned. Sending them back is going to be a massive pain. What's happened there? Ah. They've colonised it. Okay. That and them, they colonised it. That's interesting. To be fair, it's a decent place to take because it is literally the intersection of all this other stuff. Means I can't get past now. Clever. Clever. Okay. What I'm going to do is build another... I can't build it there. What I'll do then, it'll be quicker for me to build a shipyard there and then build the ship there than having it come from our starting point. So, we've got pop growth speed plus 10%, very good. Naval capacity, starbase capacity, and this one here, gene tailoring. Now that's really good. It doesn't mean making a pair of Levi's and, you know, other trouser manufacturers are available, but you can see that it's gene modification points plus 1. We've got unlocks feature genetic modification and self-modification. So we can increase... We can increase some positives on our species, and I guess we could also reduce some negatives. We could get rid of some of them. I think at this point, Copper growth speed is not fantastically worth it. We don't need extra star base capacity. No, we'll go for gene tailoring, why not? Yeah, that's fine. Right, so I will send those back over. This place will be upgraded to a starport. So we'll pause that. These guys are moving over to the left, and we can basically think about eventually attacking them. I don't think there's any reason why not. There's a gas giant structure. Again, it is on... Oh, it's around here, actually. So we can get that eventually, perhaps. I'm guessing there's going to be someone around there. It would make perfect sense. We got another anomaly. Brilliant.
Our construction is complete.
Construction is complete there, which means we now have a starbase, which means I can now build the science ship that I need to build to then scout that area out and then probably send them back to do these Zelvin labs.
Our construction is complete.
That's completed there. We are on 105. Sorry, 106 now. So that is now finished. That's finished there, so we might as well send them back. We'll build a star post there. Alpine World, only 60%, but we're going to take it just to excavate, really. Grimacing, very strange geological structure on Barjal 5 is indeed flux, driven by what science officer issues is a tectonic process as fascinating as it is esoteric. Okay, so we can study the natural processes, adds the Grimacing modifier, which is +4 physics, or we can just say... stabilize the planet in order for a more favourable state. It's miles out the way from us. I'm just going to say, good, well done, there's the process. I'm not going to give them energy. I don't see any point in that. We will get a scientist recruited, and we do have the stuff there. Oh, looks like we've got some survey speed increase, so we'll go for that one, and then I can tell them to go and actually survey that over there. Right, that's fine. This place... we don't really need to do much with. Do I want to give it some shipyards? Yeah, probably have a shipyard around there. It's sort of a midpoint, really, that you can send stuff back to upgrade. We do have some more stuff to do for physics here, so we've got extra physics research, improved reactor booster, which is an add-on, cold fusion reactor, disruptor, and then finally dark matter drawing. I'm going to go for dark matter drawing, 50 months, but it means if nothing else, we have resources to sell to the market to gain more money to then gain the stuff they actually do need. Our hive world, you can see, has got -7 housing. Ooh, sorry, -3 housing and -7 amenities. Yeah, I think I'm going to build some more housing, and then the next thing that we build, I'm going to turn the automation to off, and I'll build the what's it called? Is it replication factory or something? Maintenance depots. That's the one. That's the one. Right. Well, anyway, I think we will leave it there for now. Don't. 10 energy credits into food and unity, but we don't need any of that, and we really do need the energy because we are very, very low on it. In fact, I think we'll... Housing is low. I'm going to have to build... That's housing 6, but that's housing 2, so we'll have to build, sadly, Hive District there. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. Not too bad. We have bumped into some more empires now, which is a good thing. We have expanded... not greatly. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. We've expanded... quite well, but we haven't gained any like really good systems, and certainly no more worlds, which is the annoying part. That is a tundra world there, which we can settle on, which is, you can see we will use a lot more amenities and such. I might look at either, it's either going to be, there's 3 options I think. Habitats, which is a lot further down the line. Terraforming, which is, I think, a decent one to go for. Or we could go for, if we really want to do, this is probably even further down the line, we are currently going for extra gene modification points. We can get ourselves to highly adaptive, or even just adaptive, to live on these worlds. That is an option. Not entirely sure yet where we go, but we'll see how we get on. As always, if you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.